Give it a second. All right, it's starting.
Good.
All right, we're good. Let me refresh it. Make sure it's actually working before I actually say it because can't not let it work. Nope, we're good. All right, we're here. So, hey guys, we are here for the third episode of the Rodriguez podcast. We are here with our special guest Steve Perry, owner of the Versus Monster Truck Tour. Hey, Steve, how are you doing today?
Hey guys, good. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Anything you'd like to say, Kane?
Glad to be here. Special guest also as well, co-host. So it's good to be here to talk to Steve tonight, and just have a couple questions for you, and we'll get into those pretty quick here shortly.
So, for my first question, I would say, what kind of tracks will you be doing this year, probably for like the season?
We got 3 shows lined up so far that are out there. Kicking it off in Walton, Plattsburgh, and then over to Mill Hall. So the first 2 are actually fairgrounds. So it's a little bit different of a setup. I'm gonna try some different things this year. Mill Hall is going to be again, it's a fairgrounds, but it's at a speedway too. So that one will have a little more flexibility with what we can do and what we're capable of, right, of setting up. The other 2, I'm going to try some different stuff for Walton. Kind of picture yourself like at a play or theater.
Ooh.
You know how they have different acts of the show?
Okay.
Like that's kind of what we're looking at. I got an idea in the head. We'll see how it translates because I'm planning on doing it both because the tracks are very, very, very similar. Where you got a ton of length, but width-wise, there's not much there, so you're restricted in that sense.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try something different. You know, just set changes. The track's gonna evolve as the night goes on.
Ooh,
You know,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
It'll
that.
be a little
So,
different.
that's good to hear. That's really good to hear. So, about talking about the tracks, is there any like venues that you really want to go to that you plan on going to in the near future or in the future, like next year sometime?
I think the ultimate would probably be Wildwood. Like that would be
Oh
that'd be
yeah,
cool to just go there and like. I mean, you have wide open, right? You
Yeah.
can do whatever you want there, and like my family, we would always go on vacation down there. Not for the show, but that was like our summer getaway.
Mhm.
And then I actually got a chance to go there for the first time, and I want to say it was 2005, the year they did the straight line course,
Oh yep.
and Runte just like wiped the floor with everyone.
Mhm.
But I've gone back a couple times. I was there for like Kohler's Moonshot and that snake bite and hot tamale wreck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
But that would probably be ultimate. I don't know if it's ever realistic, but
You never know. Got to dream big.
Yep.
It's always possible, but
Yeah, man.
we'll see. So let's see. Next question. When did you start like liking monster trucks or getting into it, like the sport?
Well, my dad told me he brought me to my first show at like 1 or 2 years old,
Oh,
and
wow.
we're from Albany, New York, so you guys probably know it as the Times Union Center now.
yeah.
But it was the Knickerbocker Arena back then, and then it turned into the Pepsi Arena. And I got some old photos. Actually, I probably, if I knew about this question, I would have broke some out and held them up for you. But says he brought me there, and I was hooked since. I remember thinking, like, when I was putting on the show last year, like, Dad probably had no idea that a little show for his toddler would turn into, what it is now, and actually going and putting on the shows himself, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you brought that up about how you're now the promoter of the Versus Monster Truck Tour, which is a great tour. If you haven't checked it out, check it out already with his upcoming shows. But what made you want to become a promoter?
I don't know. I think everyone has their own niche that they can fill in the industry. Like everyone's got, some talents that shine a little bit more. And I've always felt like organization and vision is kind of where I can shine a little bit. So I've always liked it. Like probably when I was like Joe's age here, I was getting into Monster Truck Madness too, and
that
yeah, like a OG like that. Yep. But I ran a couple leagues there, and
That's cool.
I know they were big back then. There was the SPHRA, the Steve
Yep.
Perry Hot Rod Association. Plattsburgh is actually going to be the Steve Perry Hot Rod Association World Finals 2. But then we went and had a couple other. I forget the other league. It was a World Monster Truck Championship Series. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys that used to play that are now in the industry, which I think is cool. There's tech officials, there's drivers, crew guys. I mean, a lot of people come from that little core group there. And if you like something enough and you're motivated enough, dedicated enough, you'll find a way to get in the industry, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat, my friend Connor, he has a question. He says, "What monster trucks are going to be on the Versus Monster Truck Tour?"
That's a good one.
I have a core group, but you're going to see guys like Crazy Train, Plain Crazy. It's the Northeast guys, right? So Press Station will be there, Lumberjack. Got Turbulence, Tow Rex, Bad News Travels Fast.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. A lot of good guys.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear.
Let's see.
Another question we got here. Oh yeah, how hard is it to promote your tour nowadays with all the COVID stuff and all that?
I mean, incredibly difficult. I mean, every state's different. Every place has different regulations that you have to go through and hurdles you have to get through. But it really depends on the location. So, I mean, you have your normal challenges of promoting an event and trying to sell tickets and get your money back and hopefully make money, right? But now you got a whole other layer of madness to that. So it's not easy. I've never seen it as work though. Like I do it as a hobby. I got a day job, super boring warehouse worker. It just happens to do a show or two. just on the side, So
yeah. Let's see. So, what was your favorite monster truck growing up, and what's your favorite now?
I've always been a Gravedigger fan, just because I grew up with Lebanon Valley in the backyard.
Oh.
So that I've gone there every year, and Dennis has always been just insane. But like throughout the years, I've always had a love for the independents. When American Guardian was around, like Rick Rabb was hands down one of my favorite drivers out there, and trucks too. Just being in this area too, I saw him a ton. I saw Rambo a bunch too, cool, with Bill Weaver and Mike Nitschke there. Eradicator, always loved Slifko, and even when his son was out there in Backdraft too, like those guys are awesome. I loved watching them, and I think Andy's. If I was ever gonna build a truck, it would be like Andy's Durango Eradicator. Like I don't know, I think that would probably be the funnest to drive.
Oh yeah. So you talk about building a truck. Is that a plan in the future that we might see happen?
Yeah, I mean we'll see how it goes. I think that's like ultimate goals, right? Any monster truck fan wants their own monster truck, right?
Yeah.
We both have ours.
It's there. How realistic is it? Who knows? But
yeah.
That'd be cool.
So someone in my chat, our good friend Ethan Jones, he says, "What's up, good-looking men? Any plans for this tour to come to Indiana or Kentucky in the future?"
No immediate plans, but who knows, man? If you got contacts, shoot them my way, and we'll see if we can make something happen.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Let's see. Here's one more thing he said. He says, "What made you become an indie promoter?" I think we answered it, but I'm not sure.
Kind of answered it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you want to find a way to work with the industry, right? It's something you're super passionate about, and you go in with the right intentions, and like I said, I just do it for fun. I think that's probably the best way I can get in there, and monster trucks at the core should be about that. That's the experience that we're trying to put out there, right? Mm-hmm. So just getting it for fun, really.
Yeah. Ken, what else you want? Do you have any more questions you got, Ken?
Yeah. So you mentioned how you got this tour going on. Sounds great. I can't wait for it. I'm going to one of your shows. The name Versus Monster Truck Tour. Where did you come up with that?
I just kind of bounced things around,
Mhm.
and I had another thing I was gonna try to go, and I got in over my head,
Mm.
and decided to cut that and fall back and kind of regroup.
Mm.
And versus I just thought was cool. I mean, every
Mhm.
time you're having a competition,
Yeah.
you got one team or one truck versus another.
Yep.
And so I thought, versus monster trucks would be a good name for the series.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's see. So in the chat, so we have a lot more questions. One of them you just answered was what was the name come from, but there's a few more. So, what is your most memorable moment, like monster related or anything? My friend chat asked.
Memorable moment. I mean, doing the show itself, I would say that's top notch. Like that's definitely peak of where I've been. I got the nod for Vegas a few years ago when I was working with Monster Jam. So I got to work production there, which I thought was awesome, and it was during Max D's 10th anniversary, so 2003's World Finals, which was totally fun. I'd say the only other one I'd really stand out is I got to call the Lebanon Valley show. And again, I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2003. And just knowing all the experiences I had there, and being that kid in the stands and watching Gravedigger come from the back.
Yep.
Like I was literally the one to push play on Bad to the Bone, and tell Dennis to go out from the back, and it was just like it was totally cool. So it'd be tough. Honestly, it'd be between the Gravedigger and my own show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. My friend Carr, he asked, if you made a truck, what would the name be?
Ooh, that's a good one. Another good one.
I'll let you wait on that one.
Ooh, okay. Getting some suspense. I like that.
Then Ethan said something else. We're getting a lot more questions now that people are joining. He says, if you have an opportunity to drive any monster truck in the world, what would it be, Indy or Feld? Or like what would be Indy or a Feld truck you would drive?
What truck would I want to drive? If it's a current truck, if it's a current truck, I'd probably ask Greg to drive our station.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. If we're going like all time, like I said, I'd probably want to drive that one of the older versions of Eradicator there that throw the Durango body on, and I think it would be fun.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Getting a Willman chassis would be fun too. I mean, just to do some donuts.
Comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some on two wheels. Let's see. Is there any like trucks you want to have on the tour eventually, or like run with on the promotion?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that I've had fun during my Monster Jam days that I would love to catch up with again. I think for the most part, the guys I have, like I really love having them. I mean, every single one of them. You talk about like team chemistry in like sports, and so that's really important to me. And I want to make sure that I have a good group of guys around me, good group of characters, right? Because I want everyone to work for each other, and really put their best foot forward and really do their best to have a good, safe show.
Absolutely.
And so I like the group that's there. I mean, they're mostly the Northeast guys, which they usually run with each other fairly often, other than this last year. But I mean, I like the guys that I have, and I'm bringing in some other guys this year that I'm excited to have in. Like Brandon with Bad News. I saw him in the first show. He after he bought the truck from Bruce. I'm pretty sure it's his first show, so don't quote me on it, but I think it is. It was in Charleston, West Virginia, and the guy first hit in the wheelie contest just stuck it straight on the tailgate and just left it there. it was awesome.
Yeah, so
And he's been awesome with every time I see him, just his interactions with the fans, and
Hmm.
he's a really smart driver too.
Yes.
So I'm gonna like having him, and I got Mente's crew coming in too. So I'm really happy to see Steve Thompson
Yes.
with Hurricane Force. That guy's another like just class act out there, and um, I'm really excited to get him out for a weekend.
Mhm.
Just the fan in me is like super excited for these shows. Like
Yeah.
I knew if I was sitting there and these shows popped up and the lineups that I got, I would be making the drive. So
Yeah, you gotta go.
I try to think of it from that perspective too. Like, it's the super fan is not necessarily who I'm marketing to,
Mhm.
but like I know what makes a good show.
Yeah.
And I know if I would have enjoyed it, the people would enjoy it. So
Yeah. And that's the best part, especially during COVID era where there's not really too many shows, especially up where you are having them, Pennsylvania, New York area. So
yeah.
if you're in that area, go check them out and it should be a good time.
Yeah, September is going to be good. New York just got the okay for outdoor amusements with, I think, like 33% capacity or something like that.
It's pretty good.
So I intentionally plan these shows later in the year, so hopefully, the fear will go away and we can get some more bodies in there and really back to place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's like two more questions on here so far. Ethan said Team Scream in the future, wink wink.
Yeah, definitely. Like Kohler's again another class act, and the guy runs super hard. So I'd love to get Jim and the crew out there, and I love Corey too. He was one of the funniest guys on the road.
Yeah.
He's
I
funny.
met him when he was crewing for Crustacean,
Mhm.
and he's worked his way up, turning wrenches, and he's still turning wrenches, but he's getting seat time too, and he's incredibly talented. So that'd be another guy I'd want out there for sure. Yeah.
Someone else said this is a silly one, but what was your favorite crustacean? Raw, red, or blue?
The only time I saw blue is he blew a motor, so not that one. So I'd say red. Yeah.
Yep. I remember growing up in Pennsylvania seeing Bad News Travels Fast, as you mentioned, and Crustacean.
Yeah.
And I remember Brandon when he was like my age now, 18, 19, and going out there, and it was just great seeing him skywheelie the truck across the arena pod. And so I'm glad to see him driving in your tour.
I'm really excited to see him again. And like I said, I think he's an incredibly smart driver. He knows what the truck's capable of. He's got really good situational awareness, right? Like he knows where that truck is on the floor at every given time. And with some of the tracks that we're going to be running at, like that's incredibly important to me. So I don't want someone that's going to drive over his head. He's got to be smart.
Yeah.
Drive accordingly, right? So
yeah,
I think he's going to be perfect for the show he's going to be at.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good to have drivers that will show up to the shows, do the show, and be able to come back for the next show. And that's always good to have.
Yep.
Hold on.
And the truck looks awesome too. I mean, I've seen some videos where he's got a bunch of lights set up now, and I know that's it looks cool. It looks really good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hold on, my friend.
More questions in the chat, Rodriguez?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get my brother to get out. He's doing this in the background. My friend.
Here, just mute.
How about you guys? Like, what kind of things do you look at for shows?
I'll be right back.
Like, what's important to you?
So me personally, if there's a show near me within at least 4 hours, I'll go. But with me living in Nevada now, shows are rough. So I like to go back to Pennsylvania for the summer. So Mill Hall is definitely it's an hour and 10 minutes away from my hometown. So I'm definitely going to go there. I'm going to let everybody in town know to go and check it out because we want a lot of people there. We want to support you. Ever since I seen the tour, I love the logo with the American flag. It reminds me of a tour I do. So I love that.
We're all patriotic at this place.
Yes, I love that. And stuff I just look for is I know some other people that I know. Indie shows, they love crush cars. And I know in your first show you had crush cars. So I'd recommend that if I had to recommend anything. And I don't know. Like, I watched some of your first show with Rodriguez, actually. And I really enjoyed it. I like how you did it. It was a new idea to bring it on stream because people couldn't be there. So the stream idea was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Good. Awesome, man.
Yeah, for shows coming up, gonna have to see here. Shows coming up. You have three scheduled, right? Two in New York and one in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They're both two are in September, I do believe, from what I see.
All of them September right
All
now.
three.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll see
And
what else
then
pops
further
up.
on.
But
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, we got Rodriguez back.
What was talking about?
There he
Sorry.
is.
I know
kick
Go
your
for a
brother out.
because he's trying to like get your brother up. He's just like in the background going. I'm like,
He wants to be. He wants to be involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see anyone saying things. He's just saying. I'm gonna go through a bunch of messages. People are just saying. They're saying, "Ayo, Caden looking fine though." They're saying your brother, blah, blah, blah. At least your brother. Okay. He says favorite Monster Jam moment from 2019. Unless you don't know much about last 2 years ago. Depends though.
I don't know.
Not much. How about favorite all time monster truck moment from when you were a kid? How about that?
From as a kid.
Yeah, from like 18 under.
Like honestly, I've always gone to to Lebanon Valley. Like I said, I used to have I'd have two firm ones. Like Albany, always was around my birthday in January, so we'd always go to that. And then summertime, like we were over at Lebanon Valley for one of the shows, and we always used to go to the first one because I was always too nervous that Dennis would wreck the truck and I wouldn't be able to see it if we went to any of the others.
Yep.
So I always loved going to Lebanon Valley, and I think like every year when they would have Gravedigger come from the back and Bad to the Bone play, and it echoes off the mountains, and it's just like it was just one of those like really surreal moments, and it always just felt special.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's the moment you're kind of looking for, but that's I would say those.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, Caden, one more thing. They're watching our stream in the chat. in the mighty. Yeah, that's good though. But
you got any more, Rodriguez?
not on my list right now, but I can probably think of some stuff. But
you kind of missed it. But I was asking Caden, like, what do you look for at shows?
I don't know, just like wow moments, just cool things that happen. But I just enjoy the feeling of being there. Just like as long as, even if it's just like a small West Coast show, as long as it's just fun, the atmosphere is like as long as it's fun. But I obviously want bigger and like saves. But either way, I'll enjoy the little things.
What do you enjoy in addition to the monster trucks?
Like things in the show, they're just like side act things, or like
Yeah.
I don't mind like Supercross, but like even just meeting friends and stuff is just fun to do.
Yeah.
Other things on the side.
I know. For me, going to Bloomsburg all my years, I know a big thing side act was tough trucks.
Yep.
You're up in the part where there's a lot of good tough truck drivers.
There's a lot of
that recently. I've been trying to work my way in it. So I think tough trucks for me. I know a couple dudes that I could contact that would probably make the trip up to New York, Pennsylvania shows. So I think trucks for me that'd be really cool.
Shoot them over. Yeah. Being a West Leb guy, that was the same thing. Street Warriors.
Yeah. I think 2019 when Monster Jam said that was the last year they were doing tough trucks at their shows. They said they announced that like 2019 that was the last show they were doing it for some reason. Kind of guess, but I don't know. That was the last time doing. Let's see. My friend Cole was in the chat just saying U.S. Air Force fire accident. I remember when Tom broke his front end off. I think everyone knows that moment though, where he nosedived in the front end, just kind of. Like he broke his front end off. Everyone knows that.
I got one more question. One more question that I'm curious of. So you want to stay local to the northeastern part, right, up by New York area? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, I'm there now. And like I said, I do this for a hobby, right?
Yep,
so,
that's true.
Like, I still have to go to work on Monday and, get back into the grind. So I try to stay, fairly local unless I take a vacation, but I think that's well worth the time.
So what in the near future, I know there's only 3 shows announced, but what other states besides PA and New York could we expect possibly?
I mean, you got the whole Northeast, right? So
True.
New York will be primary just because I'm right here and in the middle of the state, right? So New York, PA, Jersey would be nice. I don't know exactly what venues are are around there. But
Mhm.
if there's leads that are sent my way, I'd go and I'd explore them.
Okay.
I'd like to get into a little bit of New England too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Since some of those guys are up that way, I think there's probably some potential up there. With
Mhm.
New Hampshire, where like Jeff and John are from, and then Greg obviously is up in Maine. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we got any more chat questions?
Some people were just saying, my friend Cole just said, my state barely has anything related to monster trucks. My friend Duncan said sub. Let's see. My friend Connor said he got a bet 4 link bar from Bounty Hunter one time. Just talking
nice.
about, they're not asking things. We have 8 people. We have 8 people right now.
There we go.
But like, no one's asking.
Here, that brought up a question.
Yep.
You're a monster truck fan, and somebody brought up a part of a truck, not fiberglass. But do you have any fiberglass pieces as you've grown up? Okay. Okay. What's your favorite fiberglass piece?
I really would like to just grab it for you guys.
I
But
mean, if you
it's-
want to. What is it, big?
Huge.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I should have brought that down. If you want to give me a few, I can grab
Yeah,
it.
if you want,
Yeah,
you can.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of
rush.
interested how your reaction will be. Give me like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
got you. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. So we are talking to Steve Parry, promoter of the Versus Monster Truck Tours. Anyone else have any more questions? Put them in the chat while he goes and grabs them.
Anyone here put questions, anything? My friend tries to want to ask about West Coast shows, which will most likely won't happen, but maybe in the future we'll get. I'll ask that too. I'll be like, is there a chance maybe you can go to the West Coast for like a show, 1 or 2 shows eventually in the future? But one of those things.
As he said, this is his side gig in a way. It's his hobby. He lives in New York, so if you're an East Coast boy like myself, expect shows New York, New Jersey, some in Pennsylvania. So as of right now, we're gonna stay to the East Coast. But in the future, 5 years from now, you never know. So we'll have to see that.
Maybe I'll get lucky. 'Cause
Maybe you'll get lucky, or you'll have to come stay with me, and we'll go to some East Coast shows.
Yeah, so hope everyone's having a good night, enjoying the stream. I know some people are watching the stream in the server we're in. Hey guys.
Shout out to the Mighty Monsters.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh, got the fiberglass.
I can't tell what it is, but
Throw my headphones in for this.
Oh
I
no!
don't have an idea what it is.
When you said big, I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bigger. I have a feeling.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Sick.
Roof
Oh,
of the 30th anniversary digger.
30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That is
I'll throw it
awesome.
in the background, but
Okay, now I can see why you're a digger fan. that makes more sense. That's sick.
That's
awesome.
that's one of the best pieces I've seen someone have just in general. Like
Yeah.
I've seen some people obviously have cool pieces, but that's really cool. That's special too.
That's
30th anniversary. Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's a great piece.
I'm
Really
great.
I'm pretty sure it's from the Syracuse show, just because there's like a break in the fiberglass on one side, and
Mhm.
I was at that show and got pictures, but we actually got that at MetLife Stadium that year,
Okay. That's pretty cool.
and we somehow fit it into a little Mazda 6 and got it home. Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty fun.
So
yeah.
this is a question for me too, but Chad, my friend Chad from Montana asked this. I know it's very unlikely because he says you're a hometown guy, it's your hobby, kind of like Kane said and you did. He says, is there any chance of West Coast shows maybe in the future, like maybe 1 or 2, just kind of there?
Yeah, why not?
That'd be amazing. If California opens and I get a show. That would make my year, to be honest with you, if that happened. But my friend said Lucky B. He's living with the bees. And then your friend says anyone in the call that has owned a monster jam, never mind. You just talking about other things. Yeah, they're all like, they really like that piece. They're all just like, dang.
That piece is pretty cool.
Yeah. I never owned a piece because I don't know, I just haven't bought one yet. Or
They're hard to come by sometimes.
It has a Maxi Fire Spike from I think Orlando, wasn't it, or All Star?
This is from, I don't know if you've seen World Finals 20, where Tom
Yeah.
Mensch just full throttled it. Yeah, this spike is from that truck.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
And
our
then-
friend,
What's up, Rodriguez?
I was there with Connor Bauer. He has one of Jim Core's like qualifying flags from what World Finals came. Was it World Finals 12? I think it was 12.
11, 12. He has a lot of pieces. He has like Tom Mentz's whole side door.
Nice.
So pretty cool.
He has, but it also helps because his dad actually works for Team Scream. But
When your dad works
there
for
you go.
Team Scream, you can
Got
get
it
it
in.
in. Yeah.
yeah, that's why I went to it in Houston because he bought tickets and he had to buy kind of 2 seats or more. So
Yeah.
he wanted a friend to go with him, and he literally let me know like the week before. I have like
Yep.
2 days to get a flight, and he just tells me, "Hey," I'm like, "Okay, I'll figure it out," and I got to go. He's the one that got the hotel, the show. I just had to pay for my $800 flight, but I don't know why it was that much for some reason. It was $800, expensive for me at least. But have you ever been to? You've probably been to World Finals, haven't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
A couple of
your
years
favorite
as a
one?
fan and a couple of years working.
How was working for Monster Jam? Because I've talked to a lot of techs and track crew. How's it working for them?
I mean, everyone's different. You know, so
That's true.
it works for others and might not for some.
Yeah, let's see. Any questions? Everyone's just saying things like my friend says he
They're
got a
just
fire. Yeah, everyone's just saying I got a maxi fire spike. You got a megalodon tooth, half a dragon slayer's headlight. Wait, half? How do you get half of it? Okay,
That'd be pretty cool.
Half a headlight.
half of the headlight. Just cut it in half.
Oh, it's fiberglass. I guess you can get half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's what you meant by the headlight, not like the actual one that turns on, but maybe like the decal or whatever, like off the side. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any more questions, Ken? I'm trying to think of some.
I'm
really
trying to think of some.
What's,
I said on mine.
What are your guys' favorite trucks?
Oh, Rodriguez, I'll let you go. No,
Right,
you go.
So
You're West Coast. You're probably a Titan guy.
I've only seen Titan once. Okay, I like it. So I'm gonna go from like my favorite trucks back then to now. Favorite trucks back then fell to Indy wise were obviously Gravedigger, and it was Gravedigger and let me think what other truck. There's so many trucks I liked. I always liked Avenger, but maybe Jurassic Attack, and then nowadays Feld wise it's sort of still Gravedigger, and then Indies it's Avenger and Obsessed because actually Obsessed, Kamikaze, Vendetta, those are like the teams here, but I do like Avenger now because I've seen it more. I've grown respect for it over
Because
time.
of me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. My favorite Feld trucks are Gravedigger always has a special place in my heart. Recently I haven't liked it, but Max D, Monster Energy, Megalodon, Monster Mutt, just because those are just like I think the trucks everybody can kind of go around.
Yeah.
And then indie wise, I got a lot of indies. Indies are my
I'm with
favorite,
you.
obviously.
Yeah.
But we got Avenger, all of Team Scream, Overboard Team. My friend John Zimmer Jr. You probably heard of him.
Yeah.
He runs Terminal Velocity.
Yeah.
I like the Stinger Team. I like Toxic, Buckshot. 2 trucks I've never seen that I want to see. Dirt Crew Quad Chaos. I love those trucks.
Yeah. I've seen some videos. They run pretty good.
Oh yeah, Crazy Train. I've never seen, but I've always wanted to see it. So in Mill Hall, hopefully that'll.
Yeah.
See that.
My kids love Crazy Train. So.
Yep. And I've heard, isn't the guy that drives it? Isn't he like 17, 18?
Yeah. Triton's. I think I want to say he's 19 or 20 now.
Wow.
Yep.
So-
And then his younger brother Montana is going to be driving. Playing
Okay.
Crazy now.
Ooh,
And
okay.
last I saw, they should be in Indiana this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're running. Was it for the? I think it's for the No Limits Monster Tour because like some people got snowed in. I think
Yep.
it checked it was like Jekyll and Hyde, Bucking Bronco, Wadada.
Yep. Our
Crazy
friends are
Train.
going to that show. I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how Montana does. He's a good kid.
Mhm.
And that crew. I mean, it's a really good family. Like it's a
Mhm.
family operation over there with the Robins and that team, and they're awesome to have around.
Mhm.
So my friends have two of my friends have questions. Said my friend Chad said, "What's your favorite World Finals track that you've seen?"
What's the one that Adam won in Taz?
2009?
Yeah.
Was that
Was
the
it
year?
was it the Wolf? Wait,
That'd be World Finals. If it was 2009, it'd be World Finals 10.
no, 10.
You know
'Cause
which
there was
one I'm
always
talking
that year
about. Yeah.
difference.
You got
Yeah.
the water truck that was in there, and that little lightning like car pyramid, and
Wait, I think that was
Yeah.
World Finals. Wait, wasn't that World Finals?
whatever one Adam won. That
Yeah,
one.
well,
Yeah, whatever one that
Might
was.
have
they made it so confusing. They started it, and then the year was ahead of the.
Yeah. 99 was World Finals 1, and then.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
But
There's
yeah,
two
that's
other-
probably my favorite track.
some
Mhm.
other questions my friends have too right here. What's your favorite retired truck?
Retired truck? Probably Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My friend,
probably
he also
Rambo.
he kind of a joke. He says,
Uh,
"But don't."
Yeah,
It's a hard one. There's a lot of them.
it'd be between Rambo, American Guardian, and Eradicator, really. Yeah.
My
Those are
friend
good ones.
says, joke. He said, but don't. What's your favorite retired? What's your favorite retired truck? But don't say Gravedigger the Legend or Male Militia, or you're biased.
A lot of people say that.
Didn't say either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other friend, a lot of the same people. That he says, besides your tour, what's your favorite indie tour? Besides yours.
Ooh, that's actually a really good question.
I don't know a ton about what other promoters do.
Mhm.
You know, I'd say probably between All Star and Throwdown are probably the other indie shows I like.
We got
Um,
Toughest there somewhere. Toughest.
There's some, but around your area, yeah, All Star.
Yeah, well, Toughest
Throwdown.
just kind of reminds me of Monster Jam, so it's
It really
just.
does.
In a
Yeah.
way,
They
yeah.
have good shows though most of the time.
But
Yeah.
like All Star seems like they do a lot of good stuff, like good
Mhm.
trucks, safe shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they're probably them. Yeah.
Rockstar's gonna be at some of their shows. It's be like one of the shows I saw. They're gonna have Rockstar, Cali Kid, Identity Theft, Terminal Velocity, and Wildside at one of their shows. And then I
Nice.
think
That's a good one.
actually no, this weekend I think no, I'm not sure if it's this weekend or next weekend, but yeah, they're having those guys there.
So you mentioned your favorite Monster Jam track. How about what's your favorite indie track that you've seen over the years?
Favorite indie track over the years? It'd probably just be Wildwood.
Wildwood. I love that with the
There wasn't
sand.
there wasn't definitely Wildwood. I wouldn't be able to actually. I wouldn't be able to tell you the year, but it was the year with you had Colors 2, Porter, Neil Elliott was out there, and Max D,
Oh,
and I think it was Rick Long and Bigfoot.
oh wow,
that was
that was
probably-
long ago.
Yeah, that was stacked. I'd say that one.
Mhm.
I've gone up to Montreal too before for the
Oh,
show.
the big
and,
one.
I forget the stadium up there, but I've gone to that one a few times, and that's always been fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cretan always just dominates up there. Like no one can touch him there for,
No one can
for whatever
stop him.
reason. Yeah.
Not even the Canadian trucks.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was there. That was a year. I think the last year I went was when Rockstar and Miss Bigfoot got into that crash in
I
racing.
don't remember that crash.
That was 2000, mid 2000s, I think.
Yeah, it was
around there.
probably around there, like 2010 or 11 maybe. I don't know,
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, my friend, same guy again. He says, What's gonna be your racing style for your tour, like, or sometimes, or for most shows?" I'm gonna get.
I like straight line racing, so
Mhm.
I just like the side by side, and you can really see the races and how each truck like reacts, and
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about both trucks going the same direction at the finish line that I really like, especially when you give them a good no man's land and let them air it out at the end.
Yes.
So I like straight line, but that's not always possible at some of the venues, right? But I'd probably just go straight line.
It's the cleanest. It's the best. It's nice. It's always nice to see the jumps at the end. Just
Yeah, you
sail
get
it
that.
out.
You get that old school vibe too. It's
Yep.
just-
Absolutely.
My favorite would probably be Chicago style or St. Louis or POD, whatever you want to call it. Like
Chicago's interesting
also
too.
J-Hooks is always my like Vegas style. I always call it that because that's just so simple, but it's been around for so long. People like it so much now.
J-Hook
Yeah.
is good too because it's like straight line into a straight line again. So I mean it's cool, but straight line is definitely for indie shows and the venues that you're going to. I've looked some of them up. They're definitely that's the most perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's two questions already about designs. One of them is like, what's your favorite bounty hunter design, and what's your favorite adventure design?
The favorite bounty hunter design, the one where he had the see-through
Oh yeah,
body.
2012.
Mostly because I donated towards it and my name was on the back. So
Oh, that's cool.
that one for Bounty Hunter. Yeah, his new one's cool too. I mean,
Yes.
it's different looking, which is like me as a promoter. Like I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Because I want the shows to look like they have variety out there.
Yeah.
And if some of my Northeast guys can go away from the Chevy body and give me some variety, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So I already
Yeah.
got 3 Chevys I like. So
Yeah.
What's
And you
your
got
favorite?
Crazy Train too. That's always a good truck to see out there.
Yeah.
yeah, I love the concept bodies. I've always been odd like that. Like I remember watching like Louisville when I was a kid, and you had like Predator there, and I always thought Predator was a cool truck. And Snakebite, obviously, right?
Mhm.
But I like the 3D. I like giving a variety, because I'm really there to. I do the shows for kids.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
like I just think about like me as a little kid and what I would want to see, and now that I have 2 boys of my own, I see what really like resonates with them and see what gets them excited. So I'm a big fan of 3D stuff. That's why you see like Greg's team is an obvious go-to, with the lobster, and then you got the logging truck, which is totally different. And then like Tosaurus, that's got the old school like truck look, which is cool, and obviously Crazy Train we touch base on, and the horn is just
the horn makes it all, and 2 lights that flicker. It's perfect.
There's one show I was watching. I don't know where it was or whatever, but the kids like to watch it. Videos of Crazy Train on YouTube, and he ended up rolling over. I remember just sitting there like, oh, sorry, fellas, he rolled over, and then all of a sudden there's like this delay, and then he just gets on the horn.
Yep.
And I just start cracking up, just thinking like, oh, there's Bobber Triton in there, just sitting upside down and laying on the horn.
Yeah, that is pretty great.
Let me think. So your first show, Crazy. I was watching like the stream you guys had, the pay-per-view thing. Did Crazy Train break? I'm assuming that's why Plane Crazy came out, or was always like a plan for that?
Yeah. Bob helped me out there. Crazy Train was kind of noticing some issues throughout the first half, right, and just kind of got through it. And then we brought them out to the back to see if they can narrow in on what the issue was, and we tried to buy as much time as possible with the quad guys. And Crazy Train it got to a point where they're like, we're not going to be able to get this. They have they have obligations to get through the show, right? So they ended up just tiring up Plane Crazy and bringing it out, and it was cool. It was like a cool moment because everyone there that they didn't expect to see that truck, and yet here he comes flying out.
Watching it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, yeah, that's something cool. That's something different.
Yeah, my dad and brother were streaming the show from home, and right after they happened, they texted me and they're like, man, that was really cool that truck came out and did hits or whatever. But
during the show, I had like a call with my friends. I was streaming it for them so they could watch it, and it was pretty fun. They enjoyed it like a little.
Yeah.
That's actually the first. You're towards the first place I've seen the Plane Crazy monster truck too, and I was like, I've never seen this truck before. And then I found out it's teammates with Crazy Train. And I'm like, dang, this is actually a really nice truck to see. So it's cool to see.
It's really cool. I mean, they did shows with it before for another promoter, and he's based out of Buffalo or in that area, so it just made sense to I wanted to support another New York business, and I had an opening that came up kind of last minute, so I had to fill a void there, and so I gave him a call and got down there. But I saw Plane Crazy in person, obviously, and I like the colors on it. I like the design. So I mean, I think the kids would like seeing that truck. So
it would be cool if it had like an actual plane body, like Crazy Train, like it was like a sort of a plane body. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Well, I keep bugging them or John with turbulence to put a propeller on the front of the truck, and
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would add something to
maybe
it.
one of
Like,
the days they'll do it for me, but
maybe. Maybe
for now I'll keep bugging them, tell them it would be cool to have a little pinwheel on the front.
Maybe even for pit party, they could just like put it on the front and then take it off, like kind of like dragging it with like the eyes they had like from Osham, like just take them out after pit party or something. Just like put like
just
even put like wings on the side of it, just like for display, and then for the actual show they take them off just to kind of have it there.
Or even like if John would do a full on like P-51 Mustang look, get a custom mold and it'd be cool, but
that would be cool.
I'll bug him.
Let's see. Someone said, "What is going on?" We're doing a podcast with Steve Parry, owner of the Versus Monster Tour, and then we've just been talking, just asking questions. But let's see. So my friend Cole said, "What's the best theme song you've heard? Like, what's your favorite theme from Monster?"
What do you mean? What do they mean?
Best,
like in the back, like a truck to come out, like Gravedigger.
Like Gravedigger has "Bad to the Bone." Son of a Digger has.
So you're talking a truck theme song and not like an intro song.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you beat like Bad to the Bone for
that. Yeah, that is true.
But if you can find something that's high energy that matches the truck, I think that's the perfect combination. Like Crazy Train obviously is perfect. With Ozzy. But I don't know, Kohler's works just because of his personality. And
I like him.
Again, I guess it's an Ozzy song again, but still.
Yeah. Copyright moment.
That it works for him. I got a special intro for Crustacean, and then I have Dropkick Murphy, so I think that works for like the whole New England vibe.
Yeah.
But I look for stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I heard it wrong from the stream, but I heard Max D's theme song for Toasaurus for part of the show.
That was an inside joke just for you guys.
I know. I was like. People were like, "What?"
For any super fan watching and they hear Dope Ride and Toasaurus come out.
I was like,
"You did it to him."
There you go.
I was like,
"Shout out."
This guy's over here. Not my friend. Let's see. Someone said this is not even Monster Clay. He says, "What's your favorite basketball team?"
I'm not a basketball guy at all.
If I had a team, Lakers.
If I had to pick one, I would say Memphis, just because that was one of my favorite spots in when I was working with Monster Jam.
Yeah, my friend said I'm just going for a few messages.
But yeah,
someone says,
I don't care for basketball at all.
I don't like basketball. I'm more of a football fan.
I'm done with football too.
Yeah, sports monster trucks are where I stay. That's where I go.
I go for monster trucks, and then when there's no monsters, I watch football.
Hockey's about the only sport I watch anymore.
Hockey's my second favorite, but besides that, because there's just a heads up, if my friend Ethan would have been here, that's all he would have been talking about.
Yeah.
Seahawks, that.
Yeah.
He'll talk about. I'm just gonna get this out of the way here. It's kind of funny. I can't knew what I was gonna say. My friend was gonna ask you this question. It's just a joke. He was gonna say, "What's your favorite gas station food?"
he was trying to give us.
We have a really good gas station up here in New York called Stewart's.
Yeah.
And they got some good food. It's not like gas station food.
Yeah.
It's like.
I know the South has like. Oh man, I forget what it's called. Sheets.
Yep, Sheets.
Yep.
Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, PA has it too. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see some more questions. Some of them I'm just go through the things. Some people are saying same with Monster Energy, TNT, Born to Rage. They're talking about the themes thing still. Other friend said, "What's your favorite Monster Jam truck?" I think it was Gravedigger. You said right?
Yeah.
So
Gravedigger.
I'm just getting this question out of the way. So
I always like Taz too. Taz was cool.
Yeah.
This question's kind of good. My friend Chad said, he says, I know this probably won't happen, but would you guys add a backflip for a show eventually?
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's just.
Yeah. That would add on to the show. That would be like, people would be like,
yeah. I mean, you got there's some other factors involved when you're on the independent side with a backflip, but yeah. I mean, they don't backflip for free.
I mean, backflips do break a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah. The backflip's good. You'll most likely get lucky, but if it's like some of those like car ones or some of them, you have a better chance of either flipping the truck or breaking
going
something.
Too far. Yeah.
My friend, I know you won't know what this is at all because I can guarantee it. He says, "What's your favorite Hot Wheels original truck?" And I'll get because you probably don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about like
original truck.
He's talking about like not the real trucks. He's talking about like besides Hot Wheels Live. That's not kind of based off what he means.
Is he
Like
talking?
you talk about like Bone Shaker, like Tiger Shark. They're making their.
Oh,
like,
I thought you meant like the little
their trucks.
diecast
No, I know.
stuff.
Well, you talk about diecast, but they're making their own real trucks now for their own.
Yeah,
sport.
yeah.
So he's kind of meaning the Tiger Rex, Bone Shaker, all those.
Of those, and it can't be a Bigfoot.
I mean,
I guess
like
that defeats the purpose, right?
he means like things.
Probably, I don't know. I only know Bone Shaker, Tiger Shark, and V8 Bomber. So let's just go with Bone Shaker.
Yeah, Bone Shaker.
Sure.
I've seen that truck in real life. It's actually pretty nice as a real truck when I saw it at the show. They actually came to Fresno, so it's cool. My
I don't know
friend
if
just
I missed any there, but
yeah, my friend says no Bigfoot's exclamation mark.
yeah, it would be Bigfoot. I've got a soft spot for him, but
they made a lot of Bigfoots recently. This diecast, they made like
graffiti
one. I don't know.
Yeah, I found the Bigfoot Snakebite 2-pack, and
I have that actually from Houston still right now.
Had a super fan moment when I saw it in the store. And the green Snakebite too.
Yeah, my friend said not covert crasher or riveted question mark. Damn.
I don't know what those are.
I used to have that covert crasher. It had like a, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like it's like cam sort of, and it was like a, I don't know, I can't describe it.
Is it like one of the toys?
This is one of my favorites. It's called Stars and Stripes. I customized it. I put this on the chassis, but it's like a whole different like split paint job.
That's one that that came from the factory like that.
No, I customized it.
Oh,
I took
that was awesome, man.
And then put it on.
I was gonna say, if I saw that, I probably would have picked it up. I usually don't.
Yeah.
I picked up like whatever their train one is because it looked like Crazy Train and the
Great Train.
kids liked it.
Loco Punk. That's what it is.
Yeah. So, he says, well, for instance, what's your favorite independent scheme? I think we said Banner or Avenger, but unless there's something else.
Favorite independent scheme?
Yeah, like design, yeah.
Like
design.
paint scheme, I guess they
We're
mean.
talking. You gotta tell me, like, is this like are we talking
for Kohler,
bodies or are we talking truck bodies? Like, what a
for Kohler, like Kohler has like Wildwood paint scheme, like the blue, and then he has like the normal green one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they're talking about like Crustacean Raw, and then there's Crustacean Blue and all them. I think that's what they're talking about.
So they want a specific like independent or
okay, hold on. Favorite independent truck with a different scheme that they've had. It's weird.
Well, there used to be this. Actually, I have it right here. Whatever year American Guardian ran this paint scheme.
I remember that.
That one's a nice one.
The old 124 things were all like the rubber tires that you could like just.
Yeah, but he never had the chrome or chrome wheels or anything like that. But there was one year where he had the gray with like the red beadlocks and.
Oh, yep.
That was that'd probably be my favorite scheme of all time. Yeah, independent scheme.
My friend, they're asking weird questions, but he's like, not Monster Jam related, but most cringe fan base.
Oh,
this cringe fan base.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bite my tongue on this one.
You can say super fans because.
No. I mean, if you're talking not monster truck related,
it could be monsters, but either way, but like it depends. What do you think? Either way, you can do monster truck and.
I'll reserve my thoughts on that one right now.
That's funny.
Yeah, so my friend Duncan that asked the paint scheme thing. He says, "Sorry if I made it hard to understand."
No, I just it's cool because like I remember like when I was your age, Joe. Like we had this. We didn't have Facebook then. We had Monster Mayhem, which is probably may or may not, probably not, but it was a forum board, and there used to be like topics like that all the time. And it was kind of cool because that was like our place where us as fans got to interact with teams and promoters and stuff like that. And there was always those kind of questions on there. So it reminds me of that. There's always like what about the 3D bodies or the truck bodies? And, if it's a truck body, of all time, I would go American Guardian.
Mm.
If it's a modern day truck body, I would say Toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Toxic's a nice
I
one.
would go with Toxic.
The new one or the old one?
Whatever one he's currently running.
Have you seen the new one?
She's
He's got the orange on the wheels and
Yep.
the LEDs look cool.
His new one's really good. I think it's a Ford 250 body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they got one of Rick's chassis now too, which is cool.
Yep.
It's like nice. It is like PTs now. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Makes it look. My
yeah.
friend,
Toxic is definitely independent wise is cool.
Mm-hmm.
my friend said because he was on the fan base thing. He said I thought he was gonna say Dallas Cowboys fans. LOL.
They could be looped in what I was thinking.
Yeah. Let's see. No one.
Any other questions?
We've been through-
Oh, well, we're waiting for a question. You can shout out like Instagram or anything big like that.
Yeah, awesome. If you guys want to check out more about the tour, there's we got the Facebook and Instagram. It's versus Monster Trucks on both. I'm more active on the Facebook page, and then kind of the Instagram gets some secondary content or same stuff, right? But most of the stuff's going to be over on Facebook. I also have a website, versusmonstertrucks.com. There's really not much on there. It's super bare bones. But it's got the events listed there, and it can bring you to, right there. But versus Monster Trucks, you can go on the event page, and it'll bring you over to where you can buy tickets for the shows if you guys want to come out. I know we kind of touched base on it, but September is going to be a busy month for us. Labor Day weekend, we're in Walton, New York at the Delaware County Fairgrounds. Right now it's one big show. I got Crazy Train lined up, Bad News Travels Fast, Plain Crazy, and Hurricane Force will be there. And then Plattsburgh is going to be a big show. Right now you can definitely see Crustacean will be there, Lumberjack, Turbulence, and Crazy Train. Right? And there's more that'll be there. And then Mill Hall, Pennsylvania, is end of September. It's Sunday, September 26th. It's for a good cause, too. It's at the Truckers for Hope at the Clinton County Fairgrounds. They raise money for cystic fibrosis. So it's going to be a really cool show. Again, Crazy Train, Plain Crazy, and Hurricane Force and Storm Damage.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
That'll be a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see. Someone said, even though you don't watch football, what was your favorite football team? He said, what's your favorite football team, if you had one?
It was Cincinnati.
Mine is Las Vegas Raiders, but
Raiders.
or Oakland, whatever we call them now. But my friend said, what's your favorite Spin Master truck, unless you don't know much about them? Like, if you've seen
Crustacean.
Yeah.
I don't even have a Crustacean yet for Spin Master. I just didn't want to buy it because I don't know. I regret not buying Jurassic Attack now because now it's back, and I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, that would be a cool truck to see on the tour. Jurassic Attack,
Yeah, it looks good.
3D body.
Yeah, Tutal's is an awesome guy too. Like he's another one that just has a ton of talent and really did the whole grind too. Like he was an awesome crew guy, awesome personality, super talented. Like it's really cool to see him driving and to get behind the wheel of a name like that that's got some really good history in the sport. It's like it's really cool to see that guy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go around to you and Kate. What truck would you like to see come back, like the truck for like Feld and Indies?
A truck to come back, you say? Like that's retired?
So Feld and Indy, because
Feld would probably be Gravedigger the Legend, Metal Militia. I'm on that bias side. But indie wise, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of good indie trucks. Sudden Impact would be a cool one because that's from where I'm from, around that area. Thunder Chicken I heard that is coming back, so that was like 20 minutes away from me. So
Came
that'd be
back for
cool.
Monster Wars with Outlaw and Mike Harper.
Yeah, so it did come back, so it's pretty cool to see come back.
Yeah.
But,
What would
yeah.
yours be, Steve?
I kind of throw out the names before, like American Guardian and Rambo and Eradicator, but I'll throw another one out there. UFO.
Oh, I
Oh,
forgot
that.
about that truck.
Or, like,
But yeah,
probably one of those guys, one of the Fisher trucks.
Yeah.
that was a cool
On
truck.
the indie side, Monster Jam side, I don't know. Yeah, I guess Taz,
Taz was a good one.
and not Tasmanian Devil, right? Not that
Yeah,
whatever
just
that
Taz.
was.
Just regular Taz.
Just the actual Looney Tune.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good,
So-
man.
And then throw like Bat King in there too.
Oh, yep, that was a cool one.
Oh, yeah. My friend said, he's typing about Katie. He says, biased. Wow, bruh. That disappoints me. Never mind. My man said, sudden impact. Woo.
Sudden Impact was a cool truck.
Yeah, if I did
Yeah.
bring a truck spelled wise, would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to be honest.
Oh yeah, good one. Yep.
Maybe, let's see, Indies. I'm trying to think. I was going to say Stop, but that truck's still around.
Actually, cancel it.
And these are hard because, like, there's so
Bulldozer.
many good ones.
Bulldozer's got to come back.
Okay, yeah.
There's the answer.
But Indies,
Bulldozer's good.
I'm trying to think because there's so many. Carolina, I can't say Carolina Crusher either because it's still around.
I just think of, like, the old, like, Leafer days of, like, those names. Because, like, some of those would be great to come back.
Imagine Nightlife, that truck. That would retired a long time ago. Imagine that truck still around. No one probably remembers it, but that would be fun.
Nightlife, I remember it a little bit.
I don't know how long it ran, but it ran for very little on the tough track stuff. Okay, now it's here. He said, he says trucks won't come back. Backwards Bob, Doomsday, Bulldozer, and your favorite's retired. And then Duncan said Bulldozer. Everyone's going to say Bulldozer. Everyone will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe I missed that on the first go around. Yeah.
Be
Yeah,
pretty
Bulldozer
fun.
for sure.
Tom Manson Bulldozer.
Yeah.
Monster Patrol, I wouldn't mind seeing him run a Monster Jam again. I didn't know he's still around, but that would be fun to see back
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's not the same though.
Yeah, it's not.
A lot of the trucks around. Like some of the trucks like Barefoot's still around. Actually, there's two Barefoots running right now. There's one for No Limits, and then there's one for Mike's tour that's run.
And there's one over in Australia, too.
True.
Barefoot.
They don't
There's a
count.
lot.
Yeah.
They don't count now. They're
Yeah.
a
Well,
little
one Australia truck that it kind of counts. Outback Thunder is kind of cool. Outback Thunder.
Outback Thunders.
Yeah, I saw him in that same Montreal show there.
Australian.
Yeah, I saw Phelps's Monster Patrol 2 years ago.
There once the vendor ran there a few times with the orange chassis, a weird.
Oh, yeah, over in Australia, Avenger, yep.
I like how people said Sponsorship took Scooby Doo at first, but I realized he ran in Australia first. I'm like, yeah, true. A lot of trucks ran before. Oh, my friend Cole says, "What's your favorite song? Not monster related, but just favorite song."
Ooh, okay.
I don't know, I'm kind of going through a new change in music, but always been like a rock and metal fan.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Favorite band? How about favorite band?
Kill Switch.
Okay. That's a good one. I've heard of those.
But, yeah,
Like,
a little heavy.
yeah, I listen to like Five Finger Death Punch sometimes. The Score, I listen to some simple stuff.
I feel like when I think of monster trucks, I think of rock or country. You know, there's like
Yeah.
Or
those
pop,
are like
whatever.
the two.
Yeah.
Like,
I set up my playlist like that. Like, it depends on what part of the show and what kind of energy you're trying to give the crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like a pit party, I usually go with a more mellow feel, and then once the show goes, it's just gonna hit you right in the chest.
Yeah.
Let's see. My friend says, "What's your favorite Hot Wheels truck?" I'm not sure if we went through that. Or like,
We went through that, yep.
yeah, and then what's your favorite Australian truck? That's kind of weird, but sort of.
Raptors Rampage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I like
that's a good one.
Outback Thunder. Wait, the Thor? I heard the Thor truck runs. No, it runs in Europe.
That's in Europe, yeah.
That's
Peter.
a cool truck. He runs pretty good. Whenever I do get to see he doesn't run in really any shows. He runs in like that racing series that I showed you, Kale, like different languages.
Oh yeah, with the weird
Yeah.
supercross type jumps. It's weird.
Let's see, all the same stuff. I'm trying to say like Skillet.
Skillet's
Anything
good,
else?
yeah.
Anything else, Kale? Any other questions?
Um,
Yeah. I'm running.
I don't got any other questions.
You should ask us some questions besides what you did earlier.
You want to ask us some questions? I mean, about the tour or anything?
I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you guys see? Like, what do you want to see done in monster trucks that might not have been done yet, or what kind of ideas do you have that you'd like to see?
There's so many things.
There's a lot.
I think we're all pretty guilty in seeing that the shows as what they are,
Mhm.
you know, and it's followed the same mold for years now.
Yep.
And you know, it doesn't. You can go to any monster truck show and you won't be able to tell the difference. You know?
Yeah.
If you're a normal, just everyday human that just wants to go check out a monster truck show, yeah, I feel that. But I feel like for me, it'd be definitely like the cars I mentioned earlier. I know a lot of indie tours are starting to take cars away. And I feel like if you want to see cars, you go to the indies because Monster Jam, they're taking away cars. So cars are definitely like, that's when I think indie, I think of Crush Cars. You know, it's just back in the Penda days, back in Thunder Nationals, all that. That's just what I think of. But I don't know. That's all really for me. I just love the cars concept with the indies, and just if there's a show near me, I'm going to it. So it's just that's how I am.
Seeing like new stunts or like cool new track ideas. Just I just like track because like usually some of the shows I go to like there's like 2-3 ramps like just a normal racing lane to step up. But I don't mind like your track. I like how you had a bus stack. It reminded me of Throwdown. I like their stuff. Like I just want to see in my hometown. I just want to see a bus stack for once in my life. Like some cool stunts or something. But like I don't mind like Crush Cars too. I like that. But like I started to get used to it because Monster Jam hasn't had them for a little bit. They've had them, but like, they don't bother me as much as they used to because they're there. But like over time, it's kind of they haven't done much recently. But I don't mind seeing cars still though over time.
Yeah.
But who knows how long they'll last with some tours because some of them are just they're pretty much gone. Like Renegade,
they're getting harder to find. So
yeah, we're gonna have to start using it. Yeah, I feel like in California because our governor, he's like, we're gonna start using electric cars by 2032. All of us. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to use electric monster trucks in our hometown.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, no, but also like track idea wise, like Joseph said, I love to see the bus stacks, but like All Star Monster Truck Tour, I love their tracks. Throwdown, I love their tracks, and I know you said that those are two tours you really like to watch and follow. So yes, those tracks are very good. For not having cars, I think Renegade Monster Truck Tour, Zaner 2's tour. He does pretty solid job for just being dirt. But I mean, an occasional backflip ramp in there is good to see. But of course, with the indies, you know, backflips break stuff, and you don't want too many backflips because obviously, you know, you want your trucks to be able to show up to the next show. So.
Yeah. So my friend says, "Do you play rigs and frauds?" Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of talking about this before we went live. Used to all the time, and then Beam came out, and I've been stuck on that. But if you guys want to do a bomb session afterwards and try to help me figure out how to get back on here, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I got the steering wheel all set to go. So
okay, there you go.
I have school headphones, Xbox controller,
and whatever works.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see the brick. Let's see the brick, guys. Let's see the brick. Hey, the brick here.
Yeah.
It is. People that want to see. So someone says, "What's the most overrated truck in your opinion, or in general?"
Overrated truck?
No.
Depending on who's driving.
Yeah,
that is true. It depends who does drive the truck.
Kristen's not doing a bad job though. Kristen.
No, I don't know. I don't watch enough of Monster Jam, honestly.
The show's recently though.
It's been a long time since I've actually sat and watched.
You probably wouldn't enjoy a show they've had recently. They haven't been that bad actually. They've been pretty cool.
I think the only time I would actually see like Monster Jam was when like V2 Vids was doing when Mikey was doing his blogs or whatever.
Yeah, if you're ever interested in watching like shows coming up, like if you're like during days, I could like let you know. But Mosham Lord, he's a guy on YouTube. He's going to every show this year, like literally every Mosham show,
Yeah.
and it's his job. So if you ever like want to watch shows from recently, you just go on their channel, you can watch
Yeah.
it. Good content.
I went to the last. I think the last World Finals. We
World
sat
Finals
for a little
19.
bit, and then we ended up leaving. But
I went to World.
It's just Monster Jam. It's hard to describe. Like, I know where you're coming from, and especially as you being an indie promoter, you want to focus more on the independent scene. You want to scout out those drivers for say, and scout out the tracks and stuff like that, right?
Yes and no. It's just like, what product are you putting out there? And so,
Yeah.
Monster Jam is always the one that sets the bar, and I think they're the ones to give credit for the sport surviving as long as it has. So like, you can't knock them too much, but it's just
Yeah.
There's some things that just the creativity is just not there anymore.
I get that. Yeah.
So this year actually, but it's not too different. But the tracks they actually, you don't know if Kaden agrees, but the tracks this year, like the first two shows in Houston, they actually did change it last weekend to Chicago. The tracks actually, the ramps, even though they're similar look to them, like just the color and stuff, the ramps were actually, the stuff was a little different, like from last year. Like last year, they tried out new things. Like they did one tour was figure eight style, one tour was like Chicago style, like the old. Remember, like they start like the middle. They
Yeah,
had
that's
that
cool.
they had that for the yellow tour for Chicago, where they started in the middle again. And then the red tour was just like the POD style, where they like the St. Louis style, where they go like that.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
like they were trying things, like the tracks were similar, but then this year Houston was like St. Louis again, but then the ramps were more steep. Like I was there,
Yeah.
it was big, and then like this weekend they had it was like they had step up obviously, and they had a hybrid with like a mini flip, with, like
Yeah.
green.
Here's the other thing to think about, though. That's cool if you're near a stadium,
Yeah.
right? If you go to an arena, it's just it's a pile of
Same
dirt in
thing.
the middle of the track.
Actually, yeah, they're the same tracks. Like the arena shows have been really good recently. Like I used
They've
to
been
not really.
good.
Like, I've enjoyed arena shows like in the past, like because the lineups were different. I had Mark McDonald all the time talking to dude.
Yep,
But like
same
when it
thing.
comes like, recently though, like because they have the mini flip and all that now, the shows they've been doing really good. Like the last two shows I went to besides Houston this year, Elvis Lines he popped his tire and like did a sidewall, and there was like some cool stuff that happened. So there's arenas
I
not
know, like-
better, so it's a little bit.
The other thing too is like the whole tour thing. That like the exciting part, and I guess it's not really what they're going after either. So I understand why they do it.
Mhm.
But like I used to love going around to all the New England shows. Like I'd do Albany, Hartford, and Worcester almost every year. But there was like an incentive to go to other shows, and it was all right. What's the track going to be like here? What trucks are going to be here?
Mhm.
Like I used to keep a list of all the trucks I saw during a year,
Mhm.
just to see like how often I would see them or whatever.
That's true.
And you would have your
that's-
different Gravedigger drivers too. So like you can go see Randy Brown in Worcester, and Carl Van Horn was in Albany, right? So there was different reasons to go to different shows, and it kept things interesting for me. To make those trips and go see a different show, because I knew it was going to be different.
Yeah.
With the tours, you know what you're going to get. You go see one, and they're all the same, and that's
And they
kind of
took
what they're
away the
looking
different
for. They want
bodies,
to be
too.
standard, right? That's the whole point of their tours.
And they took away the like different bodies. Like Max D had a gold body, a red body, and then the normal body. So it just changed the show up. But now it's just all kind of bland and just.
But yeah,
boring.
recently I've just been watching. Like I don't mind seeing tours just to the fact that some I really like. If you might get lucky if like the tour comes like where you are, because if you want to see like some trucks that you don't get to see like if I can see Brodozer or wherever those trucks where the tours keep those laps, and then like you might get lucky to see them, because some tour when you had them all mixed up all the time, it was like you might not get lucky if they don't come over there. Or just the tour, like some East Coast trucks will come to you instead of staying way on the East Coast. Like I don't get to see Avenger unless I get lucky. But yeah, my friend said, "What's the most insane crash you've seen?"
Snakebite and Hot Tamale.
Wildwood.
And I saw the Titan crash in Vegas. That one was that was genuinely scary.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Everybody was kind of just like shook after that. They didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The craziest crash, not in person, but I've seen like on video is not insane. But my mom's 2 minutes. Nope. Hi. No, my brother.
Brother's back. Return to
His
John.
brother again.
He's back.
It's gonna hide behind your bed.
My bed.
So,
You're gonna hide behind your head, okay?
I mean, I don't want to keep you too late because I know probably.
Oh man, this is fun. I like hanging with you guys and seeing like what you guys are looking for in shows. So it's cool.
Well, he doesn't want help with rigs after this too, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try to do a round in there and
We can
run it
stream
down a
really
little bit.
if we want, so we can kind of work on that. But it's fine with me though.
I mean, he answered all my questions. I don't know about you, Rodriguez.
I got everything pretty much out of the way that it asked.
Alrighty, so thank you, Steve, for coming on to the podcast. We really thank you for it. I had fun, Joseph. I'm sure you had fun. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we got Joseph's brother in the back saying goodbye to you guys.
Bye.
You're lit. No, I'm joking. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. Thanks, Steve, for being on here. And guys, we'll see you all on this Friday for Ryan Caputo, the owner of the Reaper, at 4 p.m. See you all then. Have a good night.